I asked ChatGPT to give me the best secured credit cards to build my credit as far as right now. And man, oh man, oh man, the stuff that it spit out was crazy. I will tell you right now, it did give me some home runs, but it gave me a few that I don't really agree with. So in this video, I'm definitely gonna give you the ones that I approve of and the ones I kind of really don't tell you to stay away from, just to make sure that your credit journey continues to stay strong. So go ahead, go get your pen and paper and make sure you stay to the end so you don't miss one and you go apply for one I told you not to get, okay? And without further ado, let's dive in. And before we get started, ladies and gents, I just want to ask if you don't mind hitting that like button for me, as it helps my channel out a ton. I truly appreciate all your support. I'm trying to help everybody out there get the best secure credit card that's really gonna work in their favor. Now, enough of me rambling, let's actually get into the video itself. All right, ladies and gents, I wasn't just on ChatGPT just randomly. All of this actually spewed from a situation a little while back. I got an email from someone stating that they were trying to build their credit for a while, and they kept looking at a lot of videos on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and things like that on how to structurally and properly build their credit report. But sadly, they were coming up short because they were told to do one thing and to do all of this in this video, but then they were told to not do that and do this instead, and they just felt like they were stuck because they didn't know which way was the correct way. And they really just wanted some really good guidance. So I guess they came across my channel and they just wanted to email me to figure out what was the best way. So they did ask, should I use ChatGPT to actually build my credit, because it might give me some good information. So then I thought a generic idea. I was thinking, well, what if I ask ChatGPT to give me the right information, and will it give me the right information regarding credit? So this is where all this spewed from. So I wanted to ask about the best secure credit cards to build your credit, which gave me some good information. So let's see how accurate it is and if it's good enough to give to this person. So I put in the chat already, give me the best secured credit cards to build my credit over 700. And this was the first one that it gave me, which was the Discover It Secured Credit Card. And I've actually spoke about this a couple of times on my channel. If you're building your credit, then this is a very solid secured credit card. The reason why I say solid is because a lot of other subprime credit cards come with back-end fees. It makes you feel like it's harder to build credit because you have to pay for so many things. You get penalized. You feel like you're getting a whooping in the midst of this, of trying to build your credit, and it shouldn't feel like that, okay? But with this credit card, you actually get no annual fees, you get 2% cash back on all gas stations, and you get 1% cash back on everything else. And from the data points that I've gathered over time, once you have awesome payment history over 6 months, this card will graduate and give you your deposit back. To have a secure credit card actually give you rewards and build your credit at the same time, this is a no-brainer and a double whammy. So if I had to give the first one an X or a check, I would definitely give this one a check. All right, and let's get into the next one, which they offered, which was the Capital One Quicksilver secured credit card. And as you can see on the screen, yet again with this credit card, you get a $0 annual fee, which is awesome to say the least. You earn 1.5% cash back on everyday purchases. Now, this one does come with an extremely high APR rate, but I'm not surprised because, again, secure credit cards normally come with high APR rates, but that APR rate isn't even gonna matter. You know why? Because I know you're gonna pay everything off on that due date and make sure everything is clear on that statement closing date. So I know you're not worried about it. So I mean, minus the APR rate, even with the rewards and the zero annual fee, it's still a relatively very solid secure credit card. And of course, it's still going to graduate as well once you continuously do the positive payment history. I didn't get the data points as far as how long you have to do it, but normally it takes probably like the six to 8 month rule. So again, this card is very good and I would definitely give this a check as well. So it seems like ChatGPT is shooting 2 for 2, so that's awesome, but let's see if it can keep it up. So let's go on. So with the next one that ChatGPT offered was the Citi Secured MasterCard. Now, just by reading the first 2 lines with how it's a good card, it's pretty meh. Because I would hope that it would report to all 3 credit bureaus. I mean, it's Citibank. I would hope you would. I don't understand how it's a perk, but I mean, let's continue. But again, it does have a 0 annual fee, which again is awesome. The deposit limit, it does go up to $2,500. With certain, secure credit cards, it might not go that high. So that's actually pretty dope. So you can have a secure credit card and have a relatively good limit instead of like a $400, $200 limit. This one doesn't have any special cash back rewards like the others, but it's still relatively okay. You're just here to build your credit. You can get the perks later with the Amexes and the Chase and things like that, but don't be spoiled with all the other stuff. So just give this a try, and I think you should definitely apply for this one as well if you're trying to build your credit. Also guys, since we're on the topic of building your credit, if you have any late payments, charge-offs, collections, bankruptcies, the list goes on and on, really affecting your credit profile, then you have to get them off. And if you're having trouble getting them off, then what I want you to do is sign up for the How to Credit Restoration Program, where I'm helping all of my clients remove all of their negatives without them lifting a finger. What I do for you actually is I consult you on the negative side as well as the positive side to make sure that your profile is going to reflect the score that I'm going to give you, okay? So with all that being said, you actually have the convenience of not having to worry about sending out letters, making sure if the factual disputing is right. I do all that for you, okay? So what you could do right now is click the link in my bio and sign up for a free 15-minute consultation with me. Sign up is free so we can see if you're eligible for the actual program, so we can get those negatives removed, so you can get all of these Amexes, Chases, the list goes on, and the world is your oyster, all right? But enough about that. Let's get back to the video. So 3 for 3, that's not bad, ChatGPT, but let's keep it going. With the next one that they offered was the Bank of America Customized Cash Rewards Card. There's a mouthful, of course. This one is really good, and it comes with awesome perks, to say the least. The deposit limit goes up to $5,000, so that's double what the past one was. You get 3% cash back on a category of your choice. Are we sure that this is a secure credit card? And this is for gas, online shopping, dining, you name it. And you get 2% back on groceries, and then 1% back on everything else. And no, it does not stop there. You get a 0 annual fee with all of that as well. So it looks like this is probably the best one out of all of them. Like sometimes I had to read it twice to make sure that this was a secure credit card. If I'm tripping, ladies and gents, or ChatGPT tripping, please let me know in the comment section, because I've never seen a secure credit card this great, okay? And then of course it's going to graduate in 6 to 8 months, and you're gonna get your deposit back. So you already know I'm gonna give this one a big check for this one, all right? A big check. All right, and let's get into the last one, which is the OpenSky credit card, okay? The OpenSky secure credit card. So with this one, it does have a $35 annual fee, and the minimum deposit that you can put on here is $200. So perk-wise, this is similar to the Citi secured MasterCard. But if I had both of them in my possession, I would still choose the Citi secured MasterCard. Why? Because the difference is you don't have an annual fee with the Citi one. You have an annual fee with the OpenSky of $35. You already have Challenger credit, so now you have to pay a bill every year because you're trying to build your credit. That's not worth it. All these other cards that I just gave you, or ChatGPT gave you all of these perks with no annual fees. So why would you choose this one? And the number one reason why I don't like this card is because it doesn't graduate to unsecured. Now, hold on, disclaimer, it actually does. They have like this gold program where it will graduate. But people, let me let you in on a little secret. If you have OpenSky on your credit report, it's still not an institutional bank. So when it graduates, it's still going to be reviewed as a subprime credit card no matter what. So you will still have the word secured probably in these underwriters' eyes when you go for funding or personal, whatever it is, whatever credit product you get. So you mean to tell me it's gonna be a $35 annual fee and you're not even a really big bank, you're backed by some other bank, and then you don't even go unsecured, and then it's gonna stay on my credit report, and it's still gonna show I have a subprime credit card that I won't get rid of, and then I won't get approved for. It's just a domino effect, okay? Now again, just to reiterate, let's just say you are in the gold program and it graduated to unsecured and you have a fairly good limit or whatever. If an underwriter knows what OpenSky is, there's a possibility that you run the risk of them thinking that you still can't handle consumer debt properly because you still have this secure credit card on your file, and they'll grant you a low limit or they might just deny you. So I give this one an X, okay? So you get a solid 4 out of 5 from me, ChatGPT. Now, if I had to change it up, I would probably tell this person to probably get the Navy Federal secure credit card, or possibly going in their backyard to find another credit union wherever they reside at and see if they can find a secure credit card that they have so it can graduate. It's better to have that than these subprime credit ones, OpenSkys and things like that, and they charge you these crazy astronomical fees. So overall, again, this is a very solid list, and I will feed this over to this person. And person, if you watch this already, my fault. I'll still send it over to you. But yeah, but I'm curious to know what you guys think. Do you guys have any of these cards? Have you had any of these cards? What was your experience when you had them? Let me know in the comment section. I want to thank you all for stopping by. Now, don't forget to let me know all that information, all right? And until next time, ladies and gentlemen.